Hi, dear. This is William with Attic Repairs. How may I help you today?
Hey, William. I have some noise in my attic. Uh, could you provide me some information what that might be?
I can certainly help you with that. Noises in the attic can often be a sign of a rodent infestation. Rodents like rats and mice commonly seek shelter in attics, especially when looking for warmth and food. They can cause a variety of sounds, including scurrying, scratching, and gnawing. We offer a comprehensive rodent proofing service designed to seal your home effectively against these pests. Our process involves a thorough inspection to identify and block potential entry points, such as cracks and gaps in the structure. We also use specialized materials to prevent future infestations. In some cases, insulation replacement and repair might be necessary, as
All
rodents
right.
can hide within insulation and
All
drywall.
right. Thank you. Thank you, William, for the information. And what kind of installations do you guys use for the walls?
We specialize in installing high-quality, eco-friendly insulation. Our team assesses your home's specific needs and recommends the best insulation type, whether it's fiberglass, cellulose, or spray foam. Proper insulation improves energy efficiency, reduces utility bills, and enhances indoor comfort.
Perfect. Okay. And can you book me an appointment for the earliest available time that you guys have for a an attic inspection and crawl space inspection for my house?
I can certainly help you with that. To book your appointment, I'll need a few details from you. Could you please provide me with your full address, including any apartment or unit number?
Yes, the address is 100 California Street, San Francisco, California.
Thank you. And could you please spell out your full name for me, letter by letter?
Yes, it's William, William, and the last name is Mack, Mack.
Thank you, William Mack. Could you please provide your phone number, saying the numbers one at a time?
Yes, 415-415-4154.
Thank you. And could you please spell out your email address for me, letter by letter?
Yes, info dot aiforce dot yt@gmail.com.
Thank you. So that's info.aiforce.it@gmail.com. Now, regarding your preferred time and date for the inspection, do you have a specific day or time in mind? Or would you like me to find the earliest available slot for you?
Please find the earliest available slot, yes.
The earliest available slot for an attic and crawl space inspection is on January 5th, 2026 at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Would you like to book this appointment?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Your appointment for an attic and crawl space inspection on January 5th, 2026 at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time has been successfully booked. You should receive a confirmation email shortly at info.aiforce.it@gmail.com. If you do not receive the confirmation email, please call us back at 4157 as there might have been a mistake in the provided email address or other information.
All right, could you? Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.
You're very welcome, William. Thank you for choosing Attic Repair. Have a great day. Goodbye.
All right, guys, you saw how this flow and conversation flow was, and it was pretty human-like. It had a little bit of gap or lagging, so I will later on show it to you how use other LLMs and other models to decrease these lags. However, they will come with some kind of they all have like pros and cons to it. So this was a very intuitive and human-like conversation, and it's already booked for me. The AI force automation. So this was already booked, and it shows up on your calendar if the calendar spots is taken. So it won't double book for you, and also it's most of the time it's for 2 hour increments. You can fix that 2 hours to 1 hour as well, or 3 hours. So you can change all these later on in the video. I will show it to you step by step how to do it. So if you really like this and you want to apply it for your business, please follow along this video, and we'll go over it step by step. Hello and welcome back to AI for Civil Engineers channel. Let's talk a little bit about the tool stack used for this AI voice agent for your small businesses. So the first course of action, or the first tool that we used and we set it up, it was Twilio. Twilio is the telephony backbone of the AI voice agent. It enables real inbound and outbound phone calls and call routing, call forwarding, and live audio streaming, so the AI can actually talk to customers 24/7. No stop, no pauses, nothing. So all the time it's available. It answers multiple calls simultaneously for you. And for that, we used Twilio. Next, we use Cal.com, and Cal.com acts as the real time scheduling engine in the background, and letting the AI instantly check availability, prevent double bookings, and lock in appointments while the caller is still on the line. So it's doing it in the real time. And next one is the Elevenlabs. Elevenlabs powers ultra realistic text to speech. And vice versa, speech to text as well, giving the AI agent a human-like voice with natural tone, emotion, and pacing that builds trust with callers. So usually, like if you're living in the different regions, like for example, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and different accents, so you can customize those accents as well to incorporate it with your voice AI agent. So the next one is the ChatGPT, or OpenAI large language model. And ChatGPT is the AI's brain in the back end. It handles the speech understanding, intent detection, and dynamic conversation flow, allowing the agent to answer questions, handle objections, and guide callers to a booked appointment. And finally, Google or Gmail. So the Google Calendar and Gmail handle the post-booking confirmation, syncing appointments, sending confirmations, reminders, and follow-ups, so nothing falls through the cracks. So that's basically our tools stack.
Login, Twilio's website gives you a clear picture of what the platform is built to do. At its core, Twilio helps businesses communicate with customers using voice, messaging, and now AI-powered conversations, all through API. For voice specifically, Twilio makes it possible to build AI voice agents that sound natural, respond in real time, and integrate directly with your existing systems. These agents can answer incoming calls, understand what a customer is asking, and take action, whether that's checking an order status, booking an appointment, or escalating to a human agent when needed. Common use cases include customer support lines, outbound call automation, appointment reminders, lead qualification, and after-hours call handling. And because everything is programmable, these voice agents can connect to CRMs, ticketing systems, or internal databases, so the conversation is informed and personalized. What makes Twilio powerful is flexibility. Teams can start with simple call flows, then layer in speech recognition, AI decisioning, and natural language responses as they scale. Whether you're experimenting with a proof of concept or deploying AI voice agents in production, Twilio provides the infrastructure to build, run, and evolve those experiences. That's the value Twilio highlights, even before login, programmable communication powered by AI designed to scale. And two, walk through the Twilio dashboard and see how we go from 0 to a working phone number. When you log into Twilio, you arrive at the dashboard home. This is your central workspace. For non-technical users, this is where you monitor usage, billing, and overall account health. For technical users, this is also where you access credentials, logs, and product configuration. Everything you build with Twilio is managed from here. On the left-hand navigation, Twilio organizes features by product: voice, messaging, WhatsApp, Verify, and more. Regardless of which product you're using, the starting point is the same. You need a Twilio phone number. To get one, go to Phone Numbers, select Manage, and click Buy a Number. With Twilio, lets you search by country and then filter by capabilities like voice calling, SMS, or MMS. This matters because not every number supports every feature. Once you find a number that fits your use case, whether that's customer support, notifications, or two-factor authentication, you purchase it with one click. The number is instantly provisioned to your account. At this point, the number exists, but it doesn't do anything yet. The next step is activation, which means telling Twilio how to handle incoming communication. Click on the number to open the number configuration page. Here's where technical and non-technical workflows meet. You can connect the number to a Twilio Studio Flow using a visual editor, or configure webhooks that point to your backend application or serverless function. This is where calls and messages are routed and logic is applied. Once you save those settings, the number is live. You can immediately send and receive messages, accept phone calls, and begin scaling communication, whether through no-code tools or fully custom APIs. That's the core Twilio flow, dashboard overview, number purchase, activation, and production readiness. Cal.com makes it clear what the product is about, removing the friction from scheduling. At its simplest, Cal.com lets people book time with you without the back and forth emails. You share a link, others see your real availability, and meetings get scheduled automatically. It works for individuals, teams, and entire organizations. What sets Cal.com apart is flexibility. For non-technical users, it works out of the box with calendar integrations like Google and Outlook. For technical teams, it's fully open source and API first, which means you can customize the booking experience, embed it into your product, or even host it yourself. Common use cases include sales calls, customer support bookings, interviews, and internal meetings. Cal.com also supports advanced features like team scheduling, round-robin routing, payments, and workflows, so scheduling can adapt to real business logic. And before login, the message is simple. Cal.com isn't just a scheduling link, it's scheduling infrastructure designed to scale from a single calendar to a global organization. From dashboard to AI voice. Scheduling. After logging into Cal.com, you arrive at the dashboard. This is where scheduling shifts from something manual and reactive into something you can design and automate. For non-technical users, the dashboard is a clean view of upcoming meetings, recent bookings, and availability. For technical teams, it's also the control layer where scheduling logic, data collection, and integrations are defined. The most important concept here is event types. An event type represents a specific kind of meeting. It defines how long the meeting is, when it can happen, what information is required, and what should occur once it's booked. And think of it as a reusable scheduling template that both humans and systems can interact with. To create one, you go to Event Types and select New Event Type. You'll start by naming it and setting a duration, say a 15-minute intake call or a 30-minute consultation. You then define availability rules, buffers between meetings, and booking limits. All of this happens visually without needing code. From a technical perspective, this configuration translates into structured availability rules and constraints that Cal.com exposes through API. That's what allows external systems like AI voice agents to query availability in real time. As you continue configuring the event type, you can add custom booking questions. For non-technical users, this is simply asking the right questions up front. For AI voice agents, this becomes a structured data capture step during a phone call, collecting names, intent, priorities, or follow-up details. Once the event type is saved, Cal.com generates a booking link and makes the event type accessible via webhooks and API. This is where AI voice integration becomes powerful. A voice agent built with Elevenlabs can carry a natural conversation with the caller, check availability against this event type, suggest open time slots, and confirm the booking in real time. The caller experiences a fluid, human-like interaction, while Cal.com quietly acts as a scheduling system of record in the background. From a non-technical perspective, it feels like the AI is simply handling scheduling. From a technical perspective, the voice agent is orchestrating availability lookups, validation, and booking creation through Cal.com's API. After login, the key idea is this. Event types are the bridge. They allow scheduling to work seamlessly across humans, web interfaces, and AI voice agents without duplicating logic or breaking workflows. Giving AI a voice that actually sounds human. At a high level, Elevenlabs is a platform for generating and controlling realistic speech using artificial intelligence. But more than that, it's about conversation, how AI speaks, responds, and interacts with people in a way that feels natural instead of robotic. From the website, you can see that Elevenlabs supports everything from high-quality text-to-speech to real-time conversational voice. That means you can generate narration, create custom voices, or build AI agents that listen, think, and talk back in real time. Common use cases range from audiobooks and media production to customer support, voice assistants, and AI phone agents. What stands out is the level of control. You're not just choosing a voice, you're shaping tone, pacing, emotion, and personality. The platform is built for both creators and developers. Non-technical users can focus on voice quality and storytelling, while technical teams can integrate voices directly into apps, call systems, or AI workflows using API. So before login, the message is simple. Elevenlabs isn't just about speech synthesis. It's about making AI conversations feel real, whether that's for content, products, or live voice agents. And configured our phone number in Twilio. And now the goal is simple. When someone dials that number, the call should be answered by an AI voice agent running on Elevenlabs. The first thing to understand is you're not usually moving the phone number into Elevenlabs. The number stays in Twilio. Twilio is still the phone network layer. What we're doing is telling Twilio, when a call comes in, route the audio to my AI agent. Elevenlabs provides the voice and the conversational brain, and Twilio is the gateway that receives the call. So here's what the setup looks like in plain terms. Step 1. Confirm your Twilio number is ready to receive calls. In the Twilio console, open the phone number you bought. In the voice configuration section, you'll see where Twilio asks, a call comes in, what should I do? That's the key control point. This is where you connect the number to your application. Step 2, decide how you want to connect the call to Elevenlabs. There are 2 common patterns. Webhook to your server to Elevenlabs. This is the most straightforward. You set Twilio's inbound call webhook to hit an endpoint you control, like /incoming-call. When Twilio calls that endpoint, your server responds with TwyML instructions that say what to do next. Typically something like start streaming the call audio or connect the call to a conversational pipeline. From there, your server becomes the glue. It receives call events from Twilio, sends audio or transcripts to Elevenlabs, gets generated speech back, and returns that audio to the caller. Real-time audio streaming, the common choice for natural AI calls. If you want the AI to feel truly conversational, interruptions, quick back and forth, low latency, you generally want real-time streaming. In this model, Twilio is configured to stream the live call audio to your integration layer, and that integration layer connects to Elevenlabs' real-time voice/conversational endpoint. This is usually how you get the most human agent experience because it's continuous audio in both directions rather than a stop-start interaction. Step 3, connect the Twilio number to your integration endpoint. Back in Twilio, on that phone number configuration page, you'll paste in the URL for your webhook, something like https://yourdomain.com/incoming-call. Now, every time someone calls your Twilio number, Twilio will immediately hit your endpoint and wait for instructions. Step 4, wire the call to the Elevenlabs agent. On the Elevenlabs side, you typically create or select the voice, the sound and style, the agent behavior, prompt/instructions, tone, guardrails, and any tools or knowledge, like FAQs, appointment booking rules, CRM lookups. Then, in your integration layer, you authenticate to Elevenlabs using an API key, and you connect the live call session to the agent session. Conceptually, it's caller audio comes in to agent understands. To agent speaks back to send that audio back into the call. Step 5, test like a real customer. Call the number from your phone. You're looking for a few things. Does the call answer immediately? Does the agent introduce itself correctly? Can you interrupt it naturally? Does it handle silence, hesitation, or unclear requests? If you route to a human, does the handoff work cleanly? And then you iterate. Tweak the agent script, tighten the first 10 seconds, improve error handling, and add integrations like scheduling, ticket creation, or order lookup. So the agent isn't just talking, it's actually resolving requests. So the big idea is Twilio is the phone number and call control. Elevenlabs is the voice and intelligence. Bringing the number into Elevenlabs really means setting Twilio to route incoming calls into your Elevenlabs powered agent workflow so that anyone who dials your number is effectively dialing your AI. Introduction: Understanding the Elevenlabs agent. System prompt: when building an AI voice agent in Elevenlabs, the agent system prompt is the foundation that defines how the agent thinks, speaks, and behaves. It functions much like onboarding a new employee. You're not just telling the agent what to say, but how to act, who it represents, and what outcomes matter most. For a civil engineering subcontractor, this is especially important. Your clients, general contractors, developers, inspectors, and municipal stakeholders expect precision, professionalism, and technical confidence. The agent prompt ensures your AI reflects the same standards you would expect from a seasoned project coordinator or estimator answering the phone. The Agent tab in Elevenlabs is where this behavior is designed. It allows you to define personality, environment, tone, goals, guardrails, and actions in a structured way so the agent can consistently handle inbound calls, qualify project inquiries, collect job details, and escalate when human expertise is required. Think of this tab as your operational playbook for the AI, how to develop an effective agent prompt, civil engineering use case. Below is how each section of the prompt should be written, using a civil engineering subcontractor as the business context. 1. Personality, defining the professional identity. This section establishes who the agent is. For a civil engineering subcontractor, the agent should be framed as a professional operations and project intake assistant. knowledgeable about site work, grading, utilities, concrete, drainage, and structural prep, calm, precise, and detail-oriented, familiar with construction workflows and contractor expectations. Example intent, not copy. You are a project coordination and client intake assistant for a civil engineering subcontractor specializing in earthwork, utilities, concrete, and structural site preparation. This ensures the agent sounds like someone who belongs in construction, not a generic call center voice. 2. Environment, who the agent is assisting. This section defines who the agent talks to and in what context. For civil engineering, the environment usually includes general contractors, developers, project managers, inspectors, or municipal partners. Jobs that involve timelines, permits, locations, and scopes of work, you should clarify. The geographic service area, the type of projects, commercial, residential, public works, that conversations are often time-sensitive and coordination-driven. This context helps the agent prioritize accuracy over marketing language. 3. Tone, how the agent sounds. Tone controls how the agent communicates, not what it says. For a civil engineering subcontractor, the tone should be confident and technically literate, clear and structured professional, but not stiff jargon aware, using industry terms appropriately, not excessively. Importantly, the agent should explain technical terms only when necessary, mirroring how an experienced field engineer would speak to a non-technical stakeholder. 4. Goal, what success looks like. This is one of the most critical sections. For this type of business, the agent's goals typically include qualifying incoming project inquiries, collecting essential job details, location, scope, timeline, routing emergencies or urgent site issues to a human, scheduling follow-ups, site visits, or estimator callbacks. You should clearly state that the agent's role is coordination first, selling second. Accuracy and completeness matter more than speed. The ultimate objective is to move the project to the next operational step 5. Guardrails, what the agent must not do. Guardrails protect your business. For a civil engineering subcontractor, guardrails should include no legal, regulatory, or safety guarantees, no interpretation of engineering drawings or specs, no commitments on pricing, timelines, or approvals, clear instructions to defer uncertain answers to a human project manager. This prevents the agent from overstepping professional or liability boundaries. 6. Actions, step-by-step behavior. This is where the Agent tab becomes powerful. Actions tell the agent how to behave during a live conversation, including asking for information one item at a time, matching the caller's speaking pace, repeating critical details like addresses, job numbers, or phone numbers, handling objections or requests for a human representative. For civil engineering, required information might include project address with phase or lot number, company name and contact person role, GC developer owner's rep, scope of work requested, timeline or urgency, preferred follow-up method. The agent should never rush this process. Construction errors often start with bad intake. 7. Escalation to human staff. Finally, you should explicitly define when the agent must offer a human transfer. LM, Large Language Model, Configuration. The LLM section controls how the agent thinks, reasons, and responds during live conversations. These settings directly affect response quality, accuracy, speed, and cost. For construction-related businesses, choosing the right balance is important. Calls must be accurate and professional, but also fast and cost-efficient. Temperature, response variability. Temperature controls how creative or deterministic the agent's responses are. Low temperature, closer to 0.0. Responses are consistent, predictable, and structured, best for regulated, technical, or operational conversations, ideal for civil engineering, roofing, HVAC, and insulation businesses. Higher temperature, closer to 1.0, responses are more varied and conversational, useful for creative or marketing use cases, not recommended for construction intake or scheduling recommended setting, low temperature to ensure clear, repeatable, and liability-safe responses. Reasoning effort, depth of thinking. Reasoning effort controls how much internal analysis the model performs before responding. None, minimal reasoning. Very fast responses, suitable only for scripted or extremely simple bots. Low, light reasoning, fast and efficient, works for basic customer service but may miss nuance. Default, balanced reasoning and speed, suitable for most businesses, good for structured intake and scheduling. Medium, deeper contextual understanding, better at handling multi-part questions, slightly slower, slightly higher cost. high, deep reasoning, and complex decision making. Best for technical discussions or ambiguous scenarios, slower and more expensive. Recommended setting, default or medium for residential civil engineering subcontractors. Avoid high unless the agent is handling complex technical triage. Limit token usage, -1, response length control. Token usage controls how much text the model is allowed to generate. -1 means no hard limit. The agent can respond as long as needed to complete a thought. Prevents cutoff sentences during explanations or confirmations. This does not mean unlimited cost. It simply allows the agent to finish responses naturally. Recommended setting, leave at -1 for voice agents to avoid abrupt or incomplete replies. LLM cost display, example, approximately 821 milliseconds, approximately $0.0345 per minute. This line shows two important metrics. Latency, approximately 821 milliseconds. The average response time, under 1 second, is ideal for voice conversations. Cost, approximately $0.0345 per minute. Estimated cost of running the agent per minute of conversation includes reasoning and response generation. For subcontractor businesses, this cost is typically far lower than human call handling and is predictable at scale. Choosing the right LLM for civil engineering businesses. Different types of civil engineering and residential subcontracting businesses benefit from different LLM strengths. 1. Residential roofing and insulation contractors. Best choice, fast, reliable LLM with default reasoning. Why? Calls focus on intake, inspections, and scheduling. Predictable workflows, minimal ambiguity. 2. HVAC subcontractors, installations and replacements. Best choice, LLM with default to medium reasoning. Why? Callers may describe symptoms, comfort issues, or system behavior. Requires slightly more contextual interpretation. 3. Multi-trade residential civil engineering subcontractors. Roofing plus HVAC plus insulation. Best choice, LLM with medium reasoning. Why? Agent must differentiate service types, coordinate scheduling across trades, handle more nuanced project discussions. 4. Engineering, heavy or technical intake, plans, scopes, coordination with GCs. Best choice, LLM, with medium reasoning, strong guardrails in the system prompt. Why? Agent must understand complexity without making commitments. Accuracy is more important than speed. Practical recommendation. Summary. For most residential civil engineering subcontractors, temperature, low, reasoning effort, default or medium, token limit -1 LLM, cost. Target sub 1 second latency, predictable per minute cost. This configuration delivers a voice agent that sounds professional, responds accurately, and remains cost efficient, while staying within the operational and liability boundaries of a construction business. The Branches tab allows different conversation paths based on caller responses. For example, routing urgent issues differently from general inquiries. You do not need to configure this in detail for the agent to function properly. It becomes useful only when you want advanced logic or complex routing. Knowledge Base tab, business information source. The Knowledge Base tab allows you to provide the agent with factual reference material. You can drag and drop files such as PDFs, service descriptions, FAQs, or internal documents. Add business website links, allowing the agent to reference up-to-date service information. This helps the agent answer common questions more accurately and consistently without relying on assumptions. Analysis tab, conversation review, and optimization. The Analysis tab records and reviews conversations so you can see how callers interact with the agent. These recordings and summaries help identify where callers get confused, improve prompt wording, optimize call flow, and question order over time. This is used for refinement, not for live operation control. Tools tab, external integrations, cal.com. The Tools tab is where you connect the agent to external systems. For scheduling, this is where cal.com is integrated. Through cal.com tools, the agent can book appointments, retrieve existing appointments, reschedule appointments, cancel appointments. This allows the agent to handle real scheduling tasks automatically without human intervention while staying synchronized with your calendar availability. Tests tab, simulation and validation. The Test tab allows you to simulate conversations and verify behavior before going live. If left at default settings, the agent will still function normally. Testing is recommended but not required for basic operation. Widget tab, embedding options. The Widget tab controls how the agent is embedded on a website or landing page, for example, voice or chat interfaces. If you're using the agent primarily for phone calls, this tab can remain untouched without affecting performance. In the Security tab, Access and Protection, the Security tab manages access control, authentication, and data handling policies. Default settings are sufficient for most small to mid-sized businesses and do not prevent the agent from functioning properly. Advanced tab, optional fine-tuning. The Advanced tab contains optional configuration settings for experienced users. Leaving this tab at its default configuration will not limit the agent's functionality. Your agent will operate fully and correctly without modifying anything here. Summary. Even with only the Agent tab, System Prompt, and basic tools configured, and the Elevenlabs agent can operate reliably and professionally. The remaining tabs exist to support scaling, optimization, and advanced use cases, but they are not required for a functional production-ready agent.